I don't understand. Alex Lyon come in, everybody going to give him a nickname after 2 games. 2 measly games. I've been here for 4 years. Huh? What about Francisco Fantastic? Huh? Fabulous Francisco. Huh? What do you think about that? What about fat ass Francisco? You know what? Nobody likes you, you short hairy bastard. You ready? Here we go. Hey, get it. I don't believe it.
Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go! Go!
Puck drop. And 3, 2, 1.
Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go! Go!
All right, Panther fans, how we doing? So, we got the Rangers tonight. Our good friend the Lion King's back in net. Then it looks like we're going to get Spencer Knight tomorrow night. And somehow, someway, magically, nobody's hurt. We have a full roster in terms of the same guys that were on the ice. So, Ekblad's okay. Bennett's okay. Let's get going, all right? This is a huge, huge 2-game swing. You look at the standings, and if you look at the wild card, you think you're only chasing, the Penguins and the Capitals, and then the Sabres are there, and the Islanders are there. But if you look, the Rangers ain't exactly super duper secure. Now I expect that they're going to get a playoff spot, but if any of those other teams get hot and the Rangers fall off, this could actually end up being an important 2 points. Now, are we going to go into New York and Pittsburgh and sweep both and get 4 in regulation? If we do, I'll shave my head for the 3rd time, but I'm not suspectful of that. Get this one to overtime at the very least, and we'll see what happens. Tomorrow is the most important one to get 2 in regulation, so hopefully Alex Lyon can give us 1 more. Spencer can give us tomorrow, and then we'll see what happens with Bob. Other than that, this is it. This is it. Strap in. All right. So what part of the roller coaster are we on? Okay. You know that part that we're on? I'll tell you what. We've already done the lift, the first drop, the first loop. However, if you've ridden Kraken, okay, that second loop, you're going so fast, all right, and it's such a tight loop, you think that you've done the drop in the big first loop, and you think you're good. And if you loosen up just a little bit, you're going to get your ass handed to you on that second loop. That's where we are. Exactly. Let's get to. It's 2-1. It's 2-1 Rangers. We can't stay healthy. 10 seconds left in the first period? Sam Bennett gets his skate tangled with the Rangers player, and he goes down awkwardly into the boards, and his leg kind of crumbles, and he can't put any weight on it, and he's in excruciating pain, and we just can't keep this team together. We can't keep this team together. No matter what we do. Oh, we were playing a halfway decent period of hockey. Wasn't great, but we were getting ready to get out of it 1-1. And with about 4 minutes left, Nick Cousins takes a stupid cross-checking penalty right in front of the referee. He just cross-checks the guy in the back. Two minutes. Rangers score on it. So at that point, we'd allow 2 goals on 5 shots. And then with 10 seconds left, Sam Bennett, I don't think it looks like anything season ending, but it certainly looks like a week's thing to me. That certainly looks like, where's Duclair? Is Duclair coming back? Are you ready, Duke? Damn it! I've never seen anything like this season before, ladies and gentlemen. I've seen years where we get injury bit, but I've never seen it on such a consistent, almost nightly basis where we cannot start a game with 12 forwards and finish the game with 12 healthy guys. We just can't do it. So I guess, what do? I guess you're just going to you move Luosterainen up for now and then cross our fingers and see what the hell's going on and move it to the second period. That's 3-1. 3-1 Rangers. After 2. Now, the good news is that Sam Bennett is back, kinda. He's out there skating, and he is giving it his all, but when he goes to the bench, you can obviously tell that he's in pretty decent pain. I don't know what they gave that kid, but he's out there gutting it out. The only goal of the period is courtesy of Aaron Ekblad. Alex Lyon made 2 nice saves, and the puck was kind of lost behind him, and it wasn't going in. It was there. And then Aaron Ekblad decided, let me crash the net and save the day, and he shoved everything and everybody into the net, and it's 3-1 Rangers, and he's got 3 goals and 12 shots. You can't really complain really about how the team is playing, except we just can't get it in the net because there's this guy named Igor in net. So we got to get one early in this period. If it goes 4-1, you can kiss it goodbye. Somehow, someway, get this sucker to overtime. So, Panthers lose 6-2. If you're wondering why it seems like I'm in a chipper, happy mood. No, because with about 5-6 minutes left in the game, Stu came on the stream, and we're having a blast. We're telling stories from the Islanders back in the 70s. We're having antique hockey trivia. There's a guy in the chat that wants to fight with Stu. So yeah, we lost 6-2, but we're having a good time with it. This is one of those games where we're just not even gonna take it in the big ball and throw it in the dumpster fire. That's where it belongs, right? I mean, Alex Lyon is not our goalie. It wasn't completely his fault. He didn't play great. He didn't play terrible. Bennett looks like did the right thing and stayed off the ice in the 3rd period. He was really grimacing in pain. So we've got some issues. And we got Pittsburgh tomorrow night. Now, the Islanders lost tonight. And I think somebody said Buffalo was losing. But Pittsburgh got a point last night. And we lose tonight. So we lose ground on Pittsburgh. So that's not good. So tomorrow is absolutely just nothing to it. Have to get 2 points in regulation tomorrow. You have to leave every single ounce of blood, sweat, and tears out on that ice tomorrow to get 2 in regulation. I don't know what just happened out there on the ice today. You know, we don't do well at MSG. Somebody said we have 1 win since 2013 at Madison Square Garden. It's not a place that we're fond of. You know, those Gerard Gallant teams, they work hard. You know, they have a tendency to play really well against the Panthers, if you guys know what I'm saying. And this one hurt. There's no doubt that this one hurt. Now, doesn't put us out of anything yet. You know what I mean? Can't win 3 in a row. And that's really the biggest thing right now. And we were joking about it on the stream where, you know, we did just go 7-2-1 without winning 3 in a row. We could legit... This is where we're headed. This is the goal now. We are going to become the first NHL team to win the Stanley Cup with never winning 3 in a row. And we could totally do it. It's totally possible to make the playoffs having only won 2 in a row, and it is obviously possible to win the Cup only winning 2 in a row. We can full on completely. I'm sure there's no team that's ever won the Cup that couldn't win 3 in a row. I'm making that statistic up, but I'd be willing to guarantee that it's never happened. So that's what we're going to do here. So as long as we're in it, we're in it. Alex Lyon is likely, obviously, to be on the bench tomorrow. We're going to have Spencer night. We don't know the situation with Bob. They said they were hopeful for the weekend. But remember, the weekend is Friday, Saturday. It's another back-to-back. So in terms of Bennett, I really hate to say this, but, I mean, he looked like he was in pain. There's 3 games until the All-Star break. Can we survive those 3 games without him? I mean, who are you going to put up there? You'd have to go Barkov, who did manage to get a goal tonight. I was bitching and complaining about him, trying to get him to pick this team up on his back and carry us, and that was a big no. You'd have to go Barkov, Lusterinen, and we got Stahl is out too. So Barkov, Lusterinen, Tierney, and White. Yeah, right. So, like I said, let's limp into the All-Star break, get healthy. Now, I requested 1-1-1 on this trip. That's what I wanted. Well, we've got the 1 and the 1. So now, technically, if we take and only get a point at Pittsburgh, that's kind of what I requested. But, geez. Like a couple people have said in the stream, look at Washington. Washington, I believe, I know it looks like we're chasing Pittsburgh with those games in hand. To me, I think we're chasing Washington. Those are the games that we're going to have to focus on, and the other results of other teams that we got to focus on. It's going to be a bitch. We dug ourselves a hole, and nights like tonight are going to happen, man. They're just going to happen. So I'm not going to freak. I'm not going to panic. If we lose tomorrow night in regulation, it really almost puts us back, like, not completely in the hole, but you know how, like, when you're at the beach, right, and you're making that sandcastle and you're digging up the hole and then the water starts coming and filling your hole back up? That's starting to happen a little bit here tonight, okay? Let's dig ourselves out tomorrow and then go from there. We get Wednesday, Thursday off. Maybe we can get Bob back. Maybe we're really going to need Stahl back. If Bennett's going to be out, we could really use Stahl back, because when you lose 2 of your top 4 centers, you know, and Barkov, unfortunately, is just not the guy who's going to look around and say, there's injuries, they need me, I'm going to play harder and put this team on its back. He's just not going to do it. He's just not that guy. So, all right. They're still having a great time. We're having a great time. If you guys do not watch the live streams, I completely understand. They're long and everything like that. But every once in a while, if we have something like this going, you might want to check the replay out. Stu's been on there, like I said, since 5 minutes left in the game. It's a blast. He's not even wearing a hat. Let's just put it that way, okay? He's outside on his porch. It's dark. He's smoking a cigar, and it's a good time. Last thing is, don't forget, this Friday, the podcast starts. 1-hour podcast, Monday through Friday. That is for YouTube members and Patreon supporters. Now, I will be releasing a 5 to 6 minute video from that podcast every day here on the channel for everybody to see, to get an idea of what the podcast is about. But if you want full access to the Monday through Friday Flying Fluffy Sports podcast, you got to become a member or a Patreon supporter. The links are in the description. It's $3 a month, which comes out to 15 cents an hour. So I appreciate all the support. And all right, we'll be back. Stu and I be in the morning. We'll be back tomorrow. Just only thing I can say is, just, if you're gonna use the Manscaped lawnmower, use the guard.